After show. After show. After show.
Evan's dead. It was a lot of grinding.
The knives killed me.
Death by knife.
Death
Not
by knife.
in the way you expect.
No, but I still really do think that these are, I almost said like, they're one of the coolest things we've ever made. As we always feel after every project. I feel like it's a ritual now where we had to comment on that every time.
Yeah.
Oh man, but guys, the amount of finishing required on this was stupid.
It was insane.
It was
a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
And I expected it to be quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't interesting footage. It wasn't interesting to show.
It was a lot of work for not much video of that time.
Yeah, yeah. But I learned a lot of lessons. I learned lessons about polishing, about buffing and stuff. And I did realize also that tiny knife sharpener that we have that's made for like home use for sharpening up like home kitchen knives is not meant for making knives.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was for.
Yeah, that's meant for like sharpening knives that you have at home. It's like a knife sharpening kit.
For like your kitchen knives.
For your kitchen knives and stuff. It's just a
Not
really...
for like making blades.
No, but I was like, hey, it has the same angles. It has a nice belt system. It has a nice like squish to it and everything.
And it worked for our knives we did on the Modern Rogue.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it was a starter for me. But I think that after this, if we ever make knives again, I'm gonna get like the big boy one, you know?
The Alex Steel level.
The Alex Steel level one. I know. So there's some good companies out there, and I think that I might want to like mount it to a rolling workstation with locking wheels that's like heavy duty that we can roll outside, do all the grinding outside, only make knives when it's nice weather out.
Yeah.
And that's the plan.
Nothing. Well, especially with resin knives. Oh,
no, I think that like metal dust would be worse.
Metal dust would be worse.
Because that's metal dust. Resin dust isn't good. Metal dust worse. Wood dust, not that bad.
Well, in comparison.
In comparison, not as bad.
Yeah. I can't believe the glow in the dark one glowed.
Oh my gosh.
It glowed so well.
The only thing that this makes me like have feelings about that are negative is like, it makes me wish that we had have mixed glow-in-the-dark powder into every single one of our resin creations from now going backwards. Could you imagine if at the end of the day, we turned off the lights and the resin geode table glowed?
Oh my God, you're right.
Wouldn't that be amazing? It's like such a missed opportunity. Guys, put glow-in-the-dark powder in all of your resin projects. People. Because I don't think that it like degraded like the colors that are in here and stuff. Like it might have added like a slight yellow tint, but it's not much, honestly.
Yeah, I don't really notice it.
I don't notice it. I don't think it like negatively impacted the design of our resin.
Yeah. It's interesting because these are each a little bit different thickness. Like mine has a thinner handle. And
this is the thickest. And I kind of like
the thickest.
I kind of like the thickest.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because when we were looking at like our kitchen knives, you wanted one really thin.
Yeah. And this has a nice slim feel to it and stuff. But I think that the thicker is beefier. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I also love the zombie knife. Doesn't it look like a zombie knife?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting used to the change because I thought it was a galaxy knife this whole time.
It just looks so diseased.
Yeah,
it looks like veins and like this has the most like cells and stuff in it. Oh,
there's a lot of alcohol in that one.
Oh yeah, it's so cool, guys.
Yeah.
If you hadn't heard us talk about it that much in the past.
The handle still has like a galaxy-ish feel, but a little bit of that zombie vibe too.
Yeah,
like
a little bit.
Yep.
Yep.
And I feel like this one does kind of look more like a natural crystal. I don't know if it reads geode per se.
It reads like a natural rock or like a gem.
Stone.
Some sort of a gem.
This one definitely has like a watery vibe.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if like the sunset fully translated.
No.
But
sorry, it was a really good idea. I didn't trust in it early enough.
But I like the color combo.
I like it.
This one catches my eye because of the contrast.
Yeah, this was like a very ambitious project. We do want to keep on going with like bigger, more ambitious builds every now and then.
Easier projects.
Mixed in with easier. It's good for our mental health to have both.
Yeah.
Yeah. It keeps things moving at like a sustainable pace because this video will probably end up taking us like 7 days, 7 full days of work.
Yeah, when you're like, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but that's too much to stay on top of your schedule when it takes up 7 full days just on the video, not doing like emails or any of that other stuff.
Yeah, and also we haven't been doing streaming as much. We haven't thought about the podcast or anything.
No idea
you know,
what
it's
we're
like
gonna record.
no idea. So it's like this is just too much to fit in every single week, and would rather make more videos and like more content than like one big one per month or something like that.
Yeah, I mean we've been doing like 3 or 4 a month. I feel like that's a pretty good.
I just think it'd be really hard for us personally to go so long between posting videos.
No, because just when we take one buffer week, it's like painful.
It's already painful just missing one every now and then.
Yeah, no,
and like
we definitely couldn't.
Missing more? Oh, I'll just like.
That'd be hard.
It'd be hard.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is fun every now and then mixing in something a little bit bigger like this.
Because we do have like the unique mix of skills and like abilities to do this type of thing that I feel like it's kind of a rare like position that we're in to be able to do cool stuff like this. So I want to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time.
Just not every week.
Not every week.
But this is cool. I had a lot of fun pouring the resin designs and trying
so many resin things in a row. We just need to do, like, I just want to do a project similar to this where we do a whole bunch of resin pours and we build something out of it, but maybe not something as ambitious and exact and like precise as knives, you know, like maybe a planter box or
or a candle holder.
Yeah, a candle holder, something more basic.
Yeah, some basic resin.
Yeah, or we just get a whole bunch of molds and we just make a whole bunch of things using those molds. Yeah,
that's true. We could get like one mold and do like the same thing but X amount of different ways.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
Also, we have, oh man, that mold review video that we want to do. So we got some molds from China and some from Amazon, like some from like Alibaba, or whatever it is.
Yeah, one of those.
One of the really cheap. AliExpress.
Or one of those.
One of the really cheap places versus Amazon, and the price difference is huge. And I suspect they're the exact same thing. So I think that'd make for a good video to like just like mess with resin pours.
We need to work on the idea for that a little bit. I think I'm not totally sold on it.
We need to work on that idea. I'm not totally sold on it either. Now that I'm like thinking about it, because it's just like.
Because it's like, is it the resin pours or is it testing the molds?
Yeah.
Is my mic still on?
Identity crisis. Yeah, mic's still on.
Okay, cool.
Kaiten.
Oh, Evan was putting labels on everything. He misspelled my name on my mic, and now I'm Kaiten.
The label maker malfunctioned. It's not my fault. It didn't register my typing. It's not unlike 12th. See, I'm pretty sure I typed in 12th, but it didn't register the F. All right, the F is what I missed? Yeah. The 12th.
The 12th.
Yeah, I mean, a lot did get nixed from this video, but like it was the really boring stuff.
It's not that it's boring, it's just that like it's repetitive. There's so many rounds of sanding, so many rounds of polishing that we showed like 2 of the rounds.
Yeah, and anyone who's worked
with other banter in between, you know?
Yeah, and anyone who's worked with like trying to get things to a nice finish, you know that like if you get it pretty far and you think you're done, you go to polish it, but you miss some scratches, what do? You need to go back all the way down to like the really rough grit and then work your way back up and then polish it again. Did you miss anything? Oh, oops, you accidentally sprayed CA glue when you were fixing this and it hit the super glue and it sprayed all over this that was fully done, fully finished. Everything was great about this and I sprayed super glue all over it. So there's a whole bunch of like hard dots of super glue destroying this knife that I just finished. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that happened. That was maybe your lowest moment.
That was my lowest moment. I was pretty upset. Caitlin like wanted to like help, and I'm like, ah!
You're like, I need to be alone right now with my thoughts.
I mean, I said like, I was like, I know that you're trying to help, but I just need to get through this. I just need to keep on working.
Well, it is hard because like, so you spent a lot more time with the polishing compounds and the sander, the belt sander for the knives and the polishing wheel and all this stuff. And so like I wanted to come in and help, but like a lot of that was you kind of figuring it out. And then like you finally got it figured out, and I hadn't really messed with them, like that kind of stuff, in a while. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I do something and I mess these up and we have to start over.
Or if like this thing right here, I mean the buffing wheel is great, but this has a lot of like sharp edges and stuff, so you need to hit this only right here. Then you need to flip it and hit it only right here. And if you let it like, and you have to know that this hole catches and pulls harder than this. So when you're going from here to here, if it catches and pulls here, you don't want it to pull enough, and then it grabs the knife edge and flings it out of your hand or something. With this guy? I think so, yeah. It's like something caught more, no. And it just like flung it out of my hands, just like slammed it down on the ground, and it was so sad.
So sad. I knew something when you like called me to film. I was like,
something bad happened. Yeah, it did surprisingly join together pretty well. Yeah. But then I'm like looking at this knife again, and I'm realizing that I didn't go through all of the best polishing steps. Like this definitely is like the best. This is second best.
Yeah, this is third best. I wasn't gonna say anything
because like I was done.
You're done. It's okay. We can be done. Oh, sorry, I'm tapping your mic. We can be done.
Yeah, and also the tiny knife sharpening kit that I was using to make these. It was basically like a kit that's used I think we already explained it for kitchen knives. Oh, did I already say that in the after show? Yeah. It's okay. We've done a couple takes of the outro, so like we don't really know what's what. Yeah, the intro and outro, it's interesting because those are kind of high pressure parts of the video. Interestingly, I don't feel too much pressure on the outro. I just think it's because we have to stop and be like, okay, well, how do we want to summarize this? And so it's like a planned thing, whereas the other stuff we don't really plan. Yeah, we do best when we're just going. Yeah, but like the intro and outro, you have to, just because you're like, oh, I'm going into the outro now, what should I say? And then we're like, and then we kind of lose momentum. Well, but also in the intro, we're trying to set this up as... Intro's high pressure. Yeah, intro's high pressure. That's when everyone's there and people are leaving. People are deciding whether to watch or not. And you're also trying to set up expectations that this is going to be a fun video. And if you're here just for instruction, this may not be the best video for you. And if you're here for like... Maybe we should just start saying that. This is going to be a fun video. If you're here for instruction, get out. Get out. There's like good tips mixed into this. I know. Which is valuable to some people. But yeah, I don't know. We're still figuring out. It's like also every time we do an intro, it's like not an identity crisis, but it's where you like establish your identity in some ways. Yeah. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. And then in the outro, I want to end on a win. I want to end on a bang. I don't want it to just be like... Well, I think it's hard because usually by the time we get to the outro, not in every video, like in the soap videos, for example, those are pretty easy projects and we still had pretty good energy from what I remember. But sometimes this is where we are. Oftentimes, like we're kind of tired by the end of the video. And so we're just like happy to be done with the project. Like, all right, I'm done. Bye. Just Jenna it. New outro. Just it. All right, we're done. Bye. Subscribe to my channel. I put out videos every Friday. Yeah. Every Friday, most of the time. Bye. Bye. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but this is cool. I'm glad that we have these. I'm glad that we tackled it. Yeah. Feeling good? I'm not sure if there's any other behind the scenes to these knives. I mean, we could talk about the origin. I don't remember how we started thinking of this, but I think that you might know because you have better memory than I do. Do you remember how we started thinking about these knives? I just think we thought it would be cool. Well, we wanted to do something we've been for a while wanting to combine resin and CNC. Yeah. So we wanted something where we could actually carve the resin. And oh, by the way, we haven't talked about that. It works just fine. So good. It works great. Cutting resin on the CNC. Yeah. So good. Yeah. And that was kind of what we wanted to try just because it felt like we could have this, very pretty like sheet good essentially, and carve it into a very interesting shape, like an intricate shape.
And we just wanted to combine those somehow, and somehow we got from that to knives. Mm-hmm. Just because we thought it'd be cool. I like the brass.
I love the brass.
That's
it really
so nice.
classes things up a little bit.
It really classes it up.
It makes them look like real knives.
Yeah.
In some way. I don't know why.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Anyway, sorry, that was random.
Yeah. One thing I wish that I had have been able to do is like, I wish that I had my polishing skills a little bit better, or I was more patient, but like, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not the most patient, especially when it comes to repetitive tasks.
I'm not the most patient. So I wish that I was better about that. And I wish that I was a little bit more patient so I could get these to like where they could potentially be. These, like this one I think is the best. This one, I'm actually pretty happy with this.
Yeah.
But like looking at these, I wish that I had have like gotten them a little bit nicer, but I just couldn't.
I'm still pretty happy with this one.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, should I go back and should I polish this even more? No. That's what I kind of think too. We got 3.
It's 2 more than we thought.
Yeah, it's 2 more than we thought. This one is really great. They're all pretty.
They're all great.
Okay. I think that's it. I'm out of
AdWords?
Yeah, because they are hard.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.